Coming to you live. Be still go.
Music. Welcome back to another episode of the Dog Track, presented by Be Still Golf and our favorites, Cut Blue.
And
Promo code.
3 local members. Cut. Promo code is BSGCUT.
BSGCUT.
I was waiting. I didn't try to.
I couldn't.
For $5
brain
off.
lapse.
We love Cut, and we think y'all will too. Especially if you're a golfer like us, where before the ball even tears up, you'll lose it anyways. That's
the big thing. People complain about it cutting, but I mean, if I can hold on to a ball that long, just see scuff marks on it, I'm okay.
And you got people like Mitchell. Before we got this Cut deal, he'd play like the most expensive TP5Xs, and how many times did he hit in the woods? You think around?
Gosh, is it more or less than double digits?
I think he comes close to a dozen around.
Yeah, I can see that.
$45.
Look, it hurts me to spend $60 on a dozen of balls. So
I know.
Cut. I mean, that's the way to go.
Cut.
I got like 10 dozen in the house right now.
I got some sitting here. Me and Zach have some customized ones on the way, so we'll show them off. They do personalize and customize. So if you want a logo,
And right now, customization is free.
is it?
Yep.
If you want a logo, if you want a quote,
Picture.
get on there. I recommend the Cut Blues.
That's what I like.
Cut
Cut
blue,
blues,
yeah.
4-piece.
Is that what you got, Cut Blues?
Yeah.
And your dad?
Yeah,
Or you
I got
gray.
him to cut gray, the neon yellow.
And Bray's dad had never played him before, and he texted you in the middle of the round, didn't he? He's
Yeah.
like, what'd he say?
He was pretty much like, this may be the best ball I've ever hit.
I'm telling you. And it's funny, the guy that, we're getting some custom head covers made, and the guy that's making them, he's from Ohio, and he sent me an email the other day, and it was a photo of him holding a dozen Cut Blues, and he said, let's see what these things are about. Y'all hyped him up. And so he was going to play them because...
Maybe he was the guy that used the code.
Maybe. He sent me that a couple
I
days
don't know.
before, but...
Daniel Street, one of our loyal followers,
Did he?
sent me a message on Instagram. He's done bought the blue tees,
Uh-huh.
rangefinder, and Cut Blue.
Golly.
So,
Hey, we appreciate y'all because y'all are helping us out by ordering Cut. So go check them out. And if you hate them, you only spent $19.99. But
And how long are they going to last? Because
Exactly.
if you listen to us, you're not
yeah.
high quality.
So just try them out. Cutgolf.co. I recommend the Cut Blues. And that's what we all play pretty much. Jeremy, Cut. Make sure you don't send Jeremy any golf balls.
We're waiting on him to run out to
We're waiting. Yeah.
join the bandwagon.
He says that he's ordered 20 dozen off eBay of Callaways.
Yeah.
And so we'll see when they run out how loyal he is. You can see that him and Mitchell have missed how many podcasts?
Gosh, it's like the last 3, right?
God, this is the 6th or 7th episode, and I think each of them have been to 2 or 3 apiece.
Yeah.
They're not
Very
loyal.
poor quality. We're getting down to 3 main members, and we just got
Our side
we got
pieces.
visitors.
Yeah, they just show up every once
We're
in a
gonna
while.
have to change the header on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, I did change it. Y'all see it?
No, I
Oh,
didn't
I
see it.
updated it. It's pretty sick. Y'all check it out later. Go check out our YouTube channel. Subscribe if you haven't. That'll help. So, hey, should we tell them about the big news today, or should we wait closer to time? The email we got today? Because they've been seeing us on
I think some suspense would be
suspense.
pretty good. Yeah.
Just know something exciting is happening
We're
for the
working on
BSG
it.
boys. Yeah. And for all you haters out there, this one's for y'all.
Joni, we are influencers.
Joni, you act like you don't want to watch it, but I see you watching all the stories every time we post on BSG. We see it. Joni, let's go to San Marcos.
So Joni passed her nurse practitioner boards. So we are free for any group date. San Marcos is coming soon.
Zach-
All Clays United.
Zach
and
says
Edmonton's.
that.
We'll bring
Yeah.
them too.
Zach says that, but then him and Jeremy also tell us that Joni wants nothing to do with us. So.
She don't like anybody at all. I don't know how she's a nurse.
Yeah.
Because we'll go out in public. She's like, don't make me talk. Don't make me talk.
So Joni, please go to San Marcos with us. Maybe she at least listened to the first 4 minutes of this podcast.
Yeah.
So she heard that part.
No, you had to clip it. You
Oh,
just
yeah.
had to do one clip. Joni,
just tag her?
please go to San Marcos.
Please go to San Marcos, Joni. Congratulations. All right, so we have a few things coming up we're going to talk about. We'll recap some matches and talk about some upcoming matches. But first, let's jump into this idea. We had this last week and we didn't discuss it because we ran out of time talking about all the other stuff. How serious should we be taking golf as amateurs? Like, for us we don't play all the time. I want to be a really good golfer, but today was like the first time I went to the range in forever. So when I shoot a 90-something, like how mad should I be at myself? Or should I just expect that?
I don't know. I've been talking to Jeremy and Joni about it. It's like, I haven't broke 80 yet. and I've been really close. I've had a couple 90s, a couple 92s.
You mean I broke 90?
Yeah, I haven't broke
Oh,
90, yeah. I haven't hit an 8 number.
Yeah.
108, not 89. But I don't have the time. I don't even have the want to be out here practicing all the time.
Practice is so boring.
It is. I told Jeremy when I started, I said, I like to be scratch by the time I turn 40. So it gives me 7 years. Which, I mean, I've trimmed almost 10 off my handicaps. I'm at a 20 now.
But how much of that is like, so you've only been playing, 2 years?
Yeah.
How much of that is you actually getting a little better knowledge of the game so you can kind of know a little bit, and then it stops at a point of this is as far as I can go until I actually get out there and practice?
Yeah.
No, that's what
I think that's where I'm at. This is as far as I can go skill-wise.
Yeah.
I don't swing all out.
Yeah.
So that's like one thing. Usually when
Used to be the
boom
boomstick when you first started.
But they would
Yeah.
every other time.
Except that hole at Callaway Gardens, I think it's the lake course, and it goes to the right, and it's like, 300 to the water straight, and you hit that 3-wood that time?
Oh, yeah.
And we couldn't find your ball?
No, and then we played, Jeremy, and Brenton Brady played, and I did the same thing again.
On that hole?
Yeah, and it went straight into the water.
Golly.
But I think you hit a point where you plateau unless you really start reshaping your game.
Yeah, I saw a tweet. I actually had one saved and I couldn't find it when I was looking for it, but there was a tweet that I saw that week that said, if you're not hitting the range like twice a week, you have no reason to be mad at how you play.
I agree. Yeah.
And that was coming from a semi-pro who tweeted it on.
But what about so we were talking about this today. There's a clip of John Daly, and he's like addressing golfers like us. He's just like, chip and putt. That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
But what if you're just in your garage every day grinding putting? Do you think that'll correlate to? Because think about how many times you 3-putt or 2-putt.
Yeah.
I feel like you practice putting every day. One's going to eventually drop from 15 feet. And then maybe that you can only get so far putting, and then you can only get so far with. What do you think as amateur golfers? Sometimes I'm torn between where we get our most strokes is putting, and then off the tee box. I don't know where I lose the most.
I think getting on the green.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Second shots or third shots on par 5.
Yeah, missing if you're not hitting the green in regulation, and then you have 2 or 3 shots that could go very wrong.
You think that's more important though than getting off the tee box?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
So I think you can play the tee box to whatever you're doing for the day, because I can pull out the 3-wood real quick.
And just change it up.
Yeah. And then if that's not working, you can go down to the hybrid. I mean, there one time Bean beat me, Jeremy, and Mitch with irons only.
I was there and I did not get beat. He
was so unsure of his.
He went 600 off the tee every time, didn't he?
Yeah, and it was 200.
Yeah,
it was 200 yards every time. And I think that's. I mean, he was low 90s. So I think you can play how you need to for that.
Yeah, I would definitely say that around the greens for me, especially, and then making those putts that you need to shoot a good round.
We won't really 4-putt.
Yeah,
I don't think for the most part. Our problem is missing, because if I hit the green, I'm not hitting it to 5 feet.
Yeah.
I'm just on the green, so I'm having a lag.
Then you got to hit a good lag putt.
And that's where I struggle is lag putting.
Yeah.
And then I go to the putting green and I've always hear, oh no, you need to be practicing from 4 feet and in. I'm like, no, I need to figure out how to lag it and leave it so that I can
get close.
Yeah. But putting, but then you have moments too, it happened to me where I was in the 90s, and then out of nowhere I went to the 80s, and then I was back in the 90s, and just recently I hit 80s from the white. This last round was the first time I hit 80s from the white in a while. Like Jeremy did it, he was 90s, low 80s, and now he's kind of peaked at the 90s again.
Yeah, and he's fighting.
So I don't know what the difference is between how he was hitting it so good and all of a sudden now he's just back in the 90s again.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in the same situation, honestly.
Breaking news real quick. We used to have a single-digit handicapper in the BSG, but
no more.
No more.
What is it now? 10.3.
10.3.
It was a 9.9. He was just barely holding on.
Barely hanging on.
And then he shot a 9. Ain't that crazy? You shoot a 90, which to us was like, that's a good round.
Yeah.
You shoot a 90 at point and 4 snowmans, right?
I think it was
doubles.
2.
I know that was back to back.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
I know 4. Hole 4 was rough, and then I think 18 I tripled. I mean, look, it was absolutely crazy because we had to tee off on 15.
Oh, y'all started on 15?
Yeah, because the course was just kind of we
slammed.
fell in where we could, and there was a good opening starting at 15. So we hopped in at 15, hit a really good drive to start with, decent second shot, hit the green in regulation, but the pin, you know how on 15 it slopes off the front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got
Pin, it was right there on the front, and I hit one all the way to the back. And I, like you said, I got up there to make that putt, and I was like, I just gotta have a good lag putt here. Stepped up, and that sucker just kept rolling and went all the way.
Did you green it?
Huh?
Did you dig
No.
Oh.
It hit the stick and dropped.
Oh, God.
And I looked back at Jeremy, and I was like, dude. I mean, I didn't mean
You
to
thought
do
it
that.
had been one of them rounds?
I was like that. I needed that to start with, but I don't know if it's gonna get any better. And then it did not get any better.
That's the pin location that our guy Zach here had hit it from with a hybrid from 2-something out on the Can You Make Par.
250.
Go check that out I'll put it in the little thing up here. Can You Make Par?
Brady's the next.
Yeah. We gotta get Brady's going.
We gotta do like 4.
Hole 4. Somebody's gotta tackle 4.
I was gonna get Jeremy to do it, but that was when we got in the middle of those two groups, and I was like, I don't want us to get out here looking like fools.
I need to film another one because I feel like mine was just. I'm mad at how I ended it. I know it's
Can he say bogey? Nope.
As soon as it touched the putter, Zach said nope.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
My favorite part, Katie was watching with me, is like my second shot, and all of a sudden the camera comes up and you hear, Can he make par? Shot number 2.
Can he make par? Shot number 2. Point University.
Yeah, we got to get Brady and Mitchell's.
Mitch, we need you.
Mitch, you're going to do a par 5.
Part.
He's got to do a par 5. Can you make par? You got to do something like hole 4 since you're hole 4 or 9.
Yeah, I'd be either one's
Do you
fine.
think 9 or 4 plays harder at point? Even though 9
4.
is...
I think it's all mental.
9's one handicap.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Hardest hole.
9 is apparently, I guess just because it's
4
longer.
is the third hardest. What's number 2?
I think 11.
Oh, yeah, 11. No, 10 is 2.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's that long par 4.
Well, it was a par 4.
Yeah. I haven't played as a par 4 in a long time.
There's no
Never
way.
tries.
There's no way 10 is harder than 4. 4 should be number 2. 4 should be number 1.
I think 4 is just a mental thing. If
Yeah.
you take out that drop right there where all the thick
Well, even if
stuff
you take
is,
that out and you hit a good drive, I feel like you still have like
It can
170 in.
Yeah.
And
it can, even if you do hit the fairway, if you don't hit it in the right spot, it can end up all the way on the opposite side of the fairway just because of the slope of the fairway.
I mean, it's like double slope too.
Yeah.
And if I'm 150 and further away from the green, my chances of hitting the green go way down. Like,
I mean,
I've got to be inside.
It's a fight. Because then you start
grinding.
getting into, well, do I use my A wedge? Play that 115 range? What if I hit it good? It's
Yeah.
120
Exactly.
easily.
That's another thing for us too. Like, I know I struggle with this. I don't know if y'all do, but I watched or heard somebody say, if you're out there shooting for score, why the heck are you trying to hit it right to the number of the flag at the flag? Why not try to hit it to the center of the green, the biggest part of the green, and then just 2-putt and get out of there? But I'm so guilty, like the pins at the front, and it's like 97 to the front, 110 to the middle. I could easily take a smooth P wedge to the middle and be comfortable, or I can try to like get
I'm
fancy with
attacking
the
the
wedge.
pin.
I don't know, why are we doing that though? Like, we should just be going to the back, even if we're long, like just be on the green and 2-putt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which brings up another thing when we're talking about how serious take is amateurs. I'll let Zach explain this. He found an article on Reddit that he sent to us about playing
Forward
red-
tees.
yeah.
Yeah.
and so
So the goal of golf, especially as an amateur, is to play for fun.
mhm,
So you don't play tips till you're a certain handicap.
single digits.
Yeah, single digit. So at RTJ, it's like they haven't ranked off handicap.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Seven and below your championship tees.
Mhm.
Then it goes 8 to 15.
I wish every course had it
16 or
broke down like
whatever.
that.
Yeah, so the article on Reddit said you should start at reds. Till you're in the 70s, play reds. Then once you hit once you hit the 70s or whatever, or low 80s, whatever you think is good, then
Go
move
back.
back.
Yeah.
But you got that pressure because as soon as you go out there and there's another group that rides up on
Oh,
your back
yeah.
and you're playing reds, you're like,
What the heck?
are these real men?
I felt that way with Jeremy with that. We played golds and we got to 12 by the range and the range was crowded and I was like, are we going up to the golds right now?
Yeah.
But we did it. But And then again, I'm thinking, like, nobody out there knows if I'm a really good golfer or if I'm a crappy golfer, if I don't know anything about golf, or nobody out there is a great golfer. So what's it matter if I...
So imagine if, like, the next time we go to RTJ or something, which is typically a tough course.
Yeah.
We play the front tees. Well, shoot, if we're all in the 70s...
I know.
I mean, that's a great day.
I enjoy it, too. Like,
you're not even going to think about the tees. You're going to say, I played well today.
Yeah. And I feel like it's so much more, like, playing the up tees that time with Jeremy, like, there's a chance, or if I wouldn't have blew up on a few holes, I could have been in the 70s, and it was so exciting thinking about, I'm about to shoot my lowest. It didn't matter.
Or be real close.
Yeah. And it made it fun to me.
Because you think of, like, hole 15, like, the red tees are way down there. They're down there by the cart path.
You probably get to the top of that hill.
Yeah, if you can drive to the top of the hill, and then you're 190 out instead of 260.
But that's where... See, Jeremy, we went up, and he still hit driver every time. And so, like, hole 2, I hit that 2-iron. 18, I hit the 2-iron. Was it 8, where that water's in play? Now that you're up, I hit, like, a 3-wooder, 2-iron. I quit pulling driver, but... And see, there's more... For us, there's more strategy, too, which made you think more, which was a little more fun than I'm just going to whack it with a driver and see where I'm at. Yeah. It's kind of like, I know I need to be this distance away, whatever.
Yeah. I also like that game, and I've done this once, but it was that red, white, and blue.
Brent was telling us about that.
Yeah. You start and play 6 holes on each tee. I mean, that's a fun way to do it because you get to see the course from 3 different ways.
We could do, instead of red, white, blue, we'll do red, gold, white. Take the blue.
Yeah, because if you get to the blue on 16,
oh god,
so far back in the trees.
The back 9 is maybe we could do blues or
15 wouldn't matter because they're all
they are pretty close.
I was still impressed that round we did with Brent and with y'all, and it was hole 7, and y'all were back there at the blues, and I think Blake, is it Blake or Brent went 2-iron off from way back there?
Probably
Brent, he went 2-iron from way back there.
And he hit it good, too. Yeah. He was getting frustrated with his driver. But,
so, that would be fun, though, to play up and kind of see where we're at. And,
especially at courses we know.
We should just do that anyways, just play up.
Yeah, I would like to do it.
Just to go up?
Yeah, I'd like to do it the next time we go out there. If everybody was in for it.
So, we went to do it one day. We were going to play reds. And we go to drive up on one, and there's somebody else standing there, or about to pull up, and Jeremy's slammed over. He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Bro,
we talked about this.
I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm just trying to have fun when I go out there.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you're away from like the chores, you're away from like work emails and stuff like that. So,
like, I remember I played one time. Did reds by myself, and I went to hole 4 and did reds, and I didn't know the distance. I hit driver. I actually drove it past the green. I was like, that's so cool.
It'd be nice to play reds on 4. You'd almost start to play a long iron and try to get up.
Yeah. So, that'd be neat to go do that and play it out. I also think, too, that, this goes into the next question. We're going to consider this, this ain't the drop zone question, but do you think Brady and anyone else will get down to a single-digit handicap this summer? But before we answer that, it's fascinating. One of y'all sent an article the other day about the golf ball difference in cold, normal, and hot.
So don't tell my boss, but sometimes I don't be working.
You just looking up articles?
Yeah. Well, I follow my golf spot and stuff on Twitter, and they posted this picture. I can probably pull it up, but it's a literal 20 to 25 yards difference in winter golf or summer for the ball flying.
Yeah.
And then you got the clubs that make a difference when they're cold, too.
Yeah. So, I mean, like when we played Silver Lakes the other day, we were double floating up.
It was in the 20s when we were driving up there.
Golly.
And the clubs were in the back of the truck. So, they were probably frozen when we got out.
Clubs were cold, balls were cold.
Yeah.
All
everybody's balls were cold.
BSGCUT, those balls fly true no matter what. But it'll be interesting, too, to see once we get out there and start, it's hot, like what our scores will look like.
I felt like when I played in Hawaii, total different.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it was January, so we'd been playing here, and it's 30 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to 75.
And then you go out there and it feels good.
Balls are hot.
Yeah. I always feel like when you're able to get, like, maybe in the summer you got more grass to work with, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, out there right now at Point, whenever we were over there chipping, it's just dead, and I felt like I was just digging in dirt. I mean, whenever it gets nice and fluffy, I feel like I can get better contact on the ball without making so much of a mistake.
You can use your wedges more too. I feel like now when you're out there, especially at Point, Like RTJ, there's actually a first cut, second cut.
Oh, yeah.
When we play at point, it's you got the fairway and then you got disaster.
Yeah, you don't know
you
where
start,
you're going after
you
that.
start swinging, you worrying if you're even going to get through it.
Yeah, what's going to happen?
And then you just laser them.
So do you think anybody and Brady will get to single digit this summer?
I think Brady will get back.
I know, he's
I'm
right
trying to
off.
get to about 15. I'm
Yeah.
at 20 point something right now.
Right
but
now?
I'm trying to get,
Yeah, when I started, I actually started, I guess, really keeping up with it the beginning of last year.
Mhm.
And I started last year at like a 13.5 in 2021. And I got down in November. I was at that 9.3 whenever I started playing
Yeah.
with y'all. And that was honestly like from probably February of last year to probably like May was probably like the worst scoring I did. And then once it got like midsummer and stuff, I
It started
started
heating
playing.
up.
I guess, the weather plays a big part in it, but I did feel like I started practicing more and taking it a little more serious, but I don't know.
We have a good setup in your garage, too. I didn't know your garage looked like that until I watched the Daily 10.
I do want to preface mine. I ain't going to be able to practice. I'm
Yeah,
just hoping I play smarter.
Yeah.
I think that's something that I took into consideration too, was to play the course or play it like you're
Yeah.
supposed to, not just go out there and try to.
And I'm going to be playing
every-
reds.
Yeah, we're about to go up.
That makes a difference. Too.
They do give us the option 18 berries to select what tee box, so we play
Oh,
reds
I'm
but
putting
select
tips.
white.
Yeah,
I'm putting
I
tips.
think if the only course I played this whole summer was only point, I feel like I could get into the 70s.
yeah.
The point's so like even the tips are point are like 6,300,
Yeah.
and another course that's like the up tees.
Yeah, that might be just the tees that we're playing that
Yeah.
day. They're just
And so
6,300.
it kind of gets like you get spoiled playing the whites at point
Yeah,
under
'cause it's a short
6,000
course.
yards,
Yeah.
and then you go somewhere else. And you're like, why the heck did I just almost hit 100?
My dad brought that up to me, which I mean, I've already known it, but when I told him about that, me signing up for that tournament or that little tour thing, he was like, yeah. He said, what'd you put your handicap in? And I told him like what it is now, like a 10. And he said, but that's playing at point.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, what do you think you're gonna shoot like playing a course like that? And I was like, probably not that good,
Yeah.
but it is what it is.
That's why I hate like when people, because most people don't. If they ask like, what are you already like a 14, and then we go somewhere like Callaway, and I'm like, oh god, shot almost broke.
You probably
broke
add
100.
like at least 2 or 3 strokes
Yeah.
going somewhere like that.
Points just so it is easy.
We'll see Saturday.
Yeah, we got a big, which is a good transition right there.
We got a big match Saturday.
So it was supposed to be the 5v2, and then like Mitchell has to work, Brady is out of town, right?
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Married life.
Yeah, which Brady was supposed to carry this team.
We was hoping Mr.
The
Automatic.
whole reason this match got set up is because Brady was supposed to carry us. And then somehow I got stuck between me, Zach, and Jeremy again.
Yeah, we had a fourth, and then
Yeah.
he dropped
Oh, yeah.
today, so
So we're doing a
scramble.
scramble. There is no best ball in it no more, right? Just scramble. They're
I
scrambling.
don't know. I think it's worth the best ball pitch.
Just
since
saying.
there's just 3 of us now.
So it's Mike and Josh, who we whooped previously. We're about to play them again, which I was just on 18 birdies today. Mike just shot around the other day, 4 days ago, at some course, which he's probably playing back tees or way further
Yeah.
than us, a 77 or 76.
None of us are capable of that.
No.
That's why I want best ball over scramble.
77 or 76 by himself.
Yeah.
And now you're going to add somebody that hits the ball as far as him and that he can tell where to putt, which that's what he does. He tells him where to putt. And now you think they're not going to whoop our butts. But we're going to fight.
We're gonna fight.
We're going to have our Rowbacks on.
Yeah, we need to. We all have the purple, don't we? Jeremy has
Oh,
the
yeah, purple and gold. We got to get those
from
on.
our last tournament
We're
together.
going to wear the Rowbacks, and we're going to play the cut blues. Mine's Jeremy. And we're going to win this thing.
Did y'all are playing at Callaway?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what they said. They never said Lake or Mountain, did they?
I don't know.
Mountain's a lot more difficult than Lake.
Yeah.
Lake, I already know, like, hole 2, they're driving the green at Lake. Or hole 1,
Hole
I mean.
one. Hole
Yeah.
one, they'll drive the green, yeah.
Hole 1. Hole 2 is that blind shot, but they'll probably cover that hill and roll it down to the green. I think hole 3, there's several they're probably going to drive at Lakeview
Yeah.
from our tee box.
Last start for me and Jeremy on Lake course, I had par.
Oh, solo?
Solo, yeah.
Hole 3 is pretty tough out there,
Then
too,
it
because it's
went
blind.
Yeah.
And then you just went downhill.
Yeah.
Are they playing? Are y'all playing from the same tees?
No, they've given us a box.
Oh, okay.
But I would give up the box for best ball.
Oh yeah, probably.
Because
yeah.
I
would think
it forces a lot more on Mike.
Well, that's how me and Jeremy beat them. I think we gave up the box and they played best ball. Me and him scrambled. Now it wasn't pretty at first. We got down 3 just like we did, but when we fought back, and had playoff holes.
Well, the worst part, I hadn't swung a club since we were at.
We're supposed to have a lesson today with Brady.
Yeah, I needed the driver lesson, but
that's another thing coming to the channel soon is Brady's about to start working with us on some of our weaknesses and get us a single-digit handicap.
Yeah, and then y'all are gonna have to help me with that. Those wedges, Collie.
We ain't got them in here. We've got some new clubs in the bag too. Brady, so we need to pitch Mizuno. This is our formal pitch to you. Apparently,
we will all switch.
Yeah, I'll switch in a minute. But so Brady started the charge. Right, with the putter.
The M-Craft, I don't even know what the model is, but it's the mid mallet. Before you had the... I had a Scotty, but...
What's that say about Scotties? Because we're about to get to another Scotty disappearing out of the bag.
I mean, I like the feel of it. I only played with it for like a year, but the shape of the putter face just did not match my putter stroke. Mm-hmm. Like it was just if you mishit it was violent. Like I couldn't get it to work.
God, I wish I had a putter over there, but like I saw a thing the other day. It may have been foreplay. I don't know. They're bouncing the putter on their finger, and if it's it's good. They're talking about their new putters that they're coming out with.
Because they're face balance.
Yeah, and so if your finger's in the middle and it bounces, then it's more for straight back, straight forward. I think that's like the mallets.
Right.
I don't know, but if it's more towards the end of it and that's where it bounces, then you're more of like a swinger when you putt. And I've never checked my putter. I think I'm more of a swinger. I think I need to probably figure that out, but I didn't know that about putters.
Yeah, when I figured that out recently.
That's why you swapped?
That's why I swapped, because I'm more of a straight back, straight through.
And then so he got rid of the putter.
Scotty. And then I just got a new Mizuno.
I wouldn't blast it. You may have to get a pay for it.
No.
We ain't going to talk about the goodness of it.
I don't know. Just showed up at the house.
But
I made attempts to pay, and they said I was good.
The blue one. Yeah,
I got the blue Mizuno OMOI. It means something like heavy.
Yeah.
I think it's Japanese for heavy. So it's a new heavy blade. Yeah, because my big miss has been when we play actual greens, like at Maple Ridge. I've had the mallet, and it is too much.
Yeah, you had the big mallet, and he just swapped to a blade, so this got to be a huge change.
Yeah, it's huge. I'm having to put a lot of oomph on it.
Yeah. Then Saturday or something, I'm on Instagram, and I was looking at Instagram stories, and Brady's got an Instagram story playing in a tournament. Doesn't tell any of the BSG boys, really. I think Zach knew. And all of a sudden I'm scrolling, I'm like, wait, that's not Brady's bag. But Brady posted a picture of the bag, and I was like, that is his head cover, and that is the Cobra bag. And in it was some new JPX Mizunos. Yep. And I was like, so I instantly was like, whose are these? And so what'd you get now?
It was the Mizuno JPX 921. They are the forged. Got, let's see, it came with a gap wedge, so it's gap wedge through 4-iron. And I'm slowly building it. I don't know how much. I haven't looked into like their woods and drivers.
Well, you got
and stuff.
I forgot you just got Mizuno wedges too.
Yeah, the wedges.
So you've given up on Cobra officially.
It's gonna be
very hard for me to take that 3-wood and driver out though. The Cobra driver. What is it? Oh, the rad speed.
Yeah, you have the rad speed.
I don't know. It's going to take a lot to get that moving.
Because he's Mr. Automatic with the driver.
He is. And it's crazy that when I just met you a couple months ago, you were so pro Cobra everything.
Yeah.
Like the hat, the shirt, the sweater, the Puma.
Yeah.
You got Pumas on now. You're all about Cobra. It's like how he feels about Bryson.
I forgot you went to the range.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, you wore golf shoes.
How he feels about DeChambeau, like that's how you feel about Cobra.
Yeah.
And now it's just like he's abandoned them.
Yeah. I don't know. I always like change though, because I felt like I needed a change, especially with the irons.
How much of that was based off seeing Grant recently sign with? If y'all don't know this, he has a boy crush on Grant.
Yeah.
From Google.
Yeah. Like the man swing a lot. Every time I want to get motivated, I go to his page and just watch a couple of his swings. He's
got the pure swing, but if you didn't know, him and Garrett just signed a deal. which is crazy on its own. That YouTube social media influencers are now signing club deals with brands, but
that's our goal.
Yeah, that's what. So, Mizuno,
we're very influenced.
Really, really, whoever wants to give a chance with us. But Grant just signed Mizuno, so I was like, I wonder how much of that played into Brady.
Yeah,
going
so
that way.
I know maybe like 3 months ago, Grant posted a video. He was like, "Look, check these wedges out. That's where I got the wedge idea from." And then I didn't buy the exact same irons that they use. They're using like blades and stuff like that, which I'm not getting into all that right now. But I mean,
even a single digit?
No.
Oh no, you're double.
How long? I would have to be like very loaded into the blades, but yeah, he brought up like a lot of good points, a lot of good features about the stuff they're putting out, and if you search Mizuno irons on the internet, it's just like thumbs up.
So what is it about the drivers then that you're unsure about?
I haven't hit one.
They're listening, so make sure. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So if you want to send me one, I'll try it. But it's got some large competition with that rad speed. Like that rad speed is just like it fits in my hand like a glove. I feel like.
Which is crazy that as much as you love Bryson, that you don't have any Cobra. Anything.
I know it's.
Because this is very unpopular opinion that he's your favorite golfer. Because he's a lot of people's
Bryson,
not favorite golfer.
Only because of his analytical approach. I feel like everything I bought, I've done so much research on every little thing I've purchased.
Because you got the fat grips.
I got the big grips. I got Callaway irons.
Yeah.
But then I got Cleveland wedges. Now Mizuno. I got an agnostic bag.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to do whatever I can do except practice to make it good.
just buying strokes.
I'm trying to buy strokes here.
Do you watch Bryson's YouTube channel?
Yeah, love it.
That was just a side
I'm just a big fan of him.
Yeah.
I just like his attack on the game. It's so different. I know golf's traditional, but it's 2022.
He's just, which is correct. Like one of our questions we were supposed to talk about in a previous episode was like, is he the next Patrick Reed of golf as much as he's disliked? But now I feel like Phil's the next Patrick Reed.
Oh man, yeah, the tables have turned.
Everybody's turned on him.
God, the fact that he won't be playing the Masters, which is crazy to me. He's a former champ.
They came out. Word is out that Augusta asked him not to show up. Yeah,
I didn't see that.
It came out today.
God.
They said they highly suggested he not come.
Also, they have not taken Tiger out of the lineup.
You see that?
Yeah.
You saw that?
Tiger's coming.
He's still in the lineup.
They released the former champs that won't be there, and everybody's freaking out because Tiger was not on that list.
Yeah.
But do you think Phil will show up to the dinner and secretly not tell anybody? If I was a former champ and I had the green jacket and I had every right to be there, you best believe I'd be there.
Yeah.
I don't care what people thought. Unless he walks in here and I was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
And it's not like he did anything bad.
He just spoke out against.
Yeah, and that's like anything else. You speak out against the hand that fed you.
And then Greg Norman just kind of like shrugged it off like it didn't happen. Like he didn't defend Phil at all.
Oh, yeah.
Did you listen to that?
That episode
on Subpar where they had him on that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking to Greg Norman about Phil, and he was like, He kind of did it to himself.
Yeah. Which I don't totally agree with the fact that just because he had a different opinion that he's getting banned from everything.
That's
cut
true.
from all the sponsors.
Yeah. He did say some hard. He said stuff that probably a lot of people were thinking but didn't want to say.
Yeah.
But it's not like they don't already take Saudi's money to play.
Yeah.
Like some of the European Tour plays there. Some of the women's is there.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's taking money. He just said the tour ain't all there.
Yeah.
And
I almost feel like the commissioner probably just felt like he had to prove a point.
Yeah.
And he did it. And I was like, God, he couldn't have done it to anyone else. Well, I know Phil spoke out. But
from what they were saying on Subpar with Pat Perez, he was like, Bryson was ready. A couple big names are ready. And then they heard some grumblings or whatever.
And they said, oh, no.
And you to get out. And then that's where DJ put the statement. Bryson did. It was all within like 6 hours of ready.
Because then he said, he eventually came out and was like, if you go over there, you'll never be allowed on a PGA Tour event again.
Yeah. Which is crazy because they're contractors.
They're self-contracted.
And it's not like they're on an NFL squad where
it's not a salary, right? It's not like they sign which is, if I was a PGA Tour, wouldn't it be smarter to probably sign them to, I guess, I don't know, because they want to play anywhere, but so they can do what they want.
Yeah. We had the discussion. We had the discussion in one of the first few episodes where we talked about would we take the money that was offered to Bryson? Well, they asked Greg Norman about it, and he was like, "That's fake news. Nobody ever offered him any amount of money." So I don't know who or where that came from.
I feel like Greg Norman He's trying because he's starting his own little league, LIV or something like that.
That's the same. It's the same thing.
As Saudi?
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, because they introduced it on the subpar. They were like, so the Saudi league, and then he just interrupted him. He was like, it's not the Saudi league, it's the LIV Golf.
He probably just knows that the reputation's bad.
Yeah,
but it's crazy that because you would think that none of the courses over here would let him host events here, but like 3 or 4 of his events are in America at country clubs in America. And I wonder if the PGA Tour is going to try to say anything to that, because Greg Norman, I mean, he was a big part of the tour, but he can do what he wants now, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
And the PGA Tour is not going to be like, is he a Masters champ, previous Masters champ, Greg Norman?
I don't think he won the Masters, but he was the number one.
He's won a major before, right? So he should be able to show up and...
He's won the Players, which is the PGA's...
Players Championship.
Yeah, that's their event. So I'm not totally sure, though.
Because I wonder if they're going to ban him from showing up at stuff, so...
I could see it happening.
Oh, no, he didn't win the Masters. He won the Open Championship twice.
Okay.
So I wonder if they'll say you can't ever show back up to the Open Championship since he's doing this.
I would do it to prove a point.
Yeah.
If they'll do it to Phil,
Which I don't think he would. I don't think he's played in it in several years. He's probably not going to play, but...
Which the majors, except for the Masters, I guess the Masters, they have their own little group, but all the other ones are by the USGA, not the PGA.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess they can't really have a say anyway.
Which is crazy that they can't have... So you've got like the European Tour, and they don't give a crap about people going and playing that tour unless it's secretly bought out by PGA or something. So like, why are they so mad about this other league, and people's responses to it makes no sense to me. And the way they did Phil, I think they did him dirty a little bit.
Yeah. I think it's just because he openly came out against them.
But there's a guy too that he posted on his Instagram story, Jake Hutt's his name, and he was like, what do y'all think about Phil? And he posted it, said, this is the most responded one I've had, and people have been liking this comment. It's like, Phil's that guy at the country club that has a gambling problem, they're saying hypothetically, that is always a jerk and like a turd about everything, and that's how they see him, and so he finally spoke up and got in trouble for it or something.
Yeah.
And then you got other people saying, well, Phil's so chill, he's such a nice guy, but then everybody else was agreeing with that other comment of...
well, he does have the gambling problem, for
yeah,
sure.
Just throwing
and then that
out.
insider trading thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like he doesn't have skeletons in his closet.
Yeah.
But they're not like Tiger skeletons. Everybody still loves Tiger.
That blows my mind sometimes. Somebody's like, wait, didn't he do this and that? And I'm like, yeah, but he's Tiger
don't
Woods.
matter.
Yeah, exactly.
It don't matter. Have you seen him?
Yeah.
Have you seen the Tiger Slam?
It's
different.
It's so different. But I don't think Phil's probably more heartbroken than anything, but he could never play the rest of his life and he'd be fine financially and
Maybe.
stuff.
Maybe. Depending on if he goes to Vegas.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He likes to gamble. See, that's what we got going on. Do y'all want to jump into... we'll jump into this tournament real quick. We got a few minutes, Brady. So you already paid and everything?
I paid... You talking about
the AG...
Yeah, the AGT thing?
Yeah.
So I paid...
Brady's going on tour. Let's start with that.
Yeah.
Amateur tour.
Let's go with that.
I'm on his bag.
Yeah.
Shooting
I was trying to recruit Zach to join me, but he said he's going to be out of town both of the upcoming events. But so
one's out of town, the other's the anniversary.
yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
And we're not making Joni any more mad at us than
No.
she already is. Clip it. Joni, go to San Marcos with that.
Yeah.
So the AGT is the Golf Week's amateur tour, and it's nationwide, but they kind of break it down state by state, and then I think they have like one in Atlanta that they do, so it's kind of regional, but pretty much they have 5 different flights determined by your handicap, and I think there's a champ flight A, B, C, and D, and then kind of in the range where I was at was the B flight. It's 8 handicap to 13 handicap, so I feel like I can
Compete in that.
Yeah, I could be right around in there. I didn't want to sandbag and go back to like the C, but they have like this point system. If you play, I think they have 8 or 9 events per season, I guess, throughout the year. You play like all of these events and get to the regional. If you qualify into the regional or through the regional, you go to a national event, which is on Hilton Head Island. And I guess, since it's nationwide, it'll be people.
Will
from
you
all
get a
over.
chance to qualify if you only play one of them?
I don't know. I think you have to have a certain amount of points.
Okay.
I really didn't.
So you would have
read-
to travel a little bit.
Yeah,
It's
and
like the FedEx Cup.
I wasn't really worried about it. I really wanted to play because in like 2 months they'll be at the links course on Grand National, and I was like, that'd be a really cool thing to do, just to see
where you are.
Compared to other people. And I kind of looked at the past results from other people's scores around or that's been playing. I mean, it's nothing like I don't think I couldn't do. I'd like to know where I stand with like the pressure. Like I'd like to know because I feel like I'm pretty comfortable most of the time. Like I don't really get rattled unless I just start hitting bad shot after bad shot. But like I'd like to know. I'd like to get those like first tee like jitters. Like
gosh, I couldn't imagine not having toe off the box.
And have,
that's what I just want to see.
Like every stroke matters too. Like you just got to go in the cup.
But another good thing I read. This was like what made me fully commit to it. Triple is the highest score you can take.
Oh, so you just pick up.
If you're over triple, you just pick up. So I was like, it can't get too bad.
Yeah.
Just pick it up. I like that though because that tournament we played in was like a 2-man scramble. There was no handicaps involved, was there? Or
no, yeah.
So it's just like
up.
I could be against 2 scratch golfers and it would suck. I like that though, where it's like you give yourself a chance to compete.
They kept our score.
Yeah.
It seemed pretty laid back reading through the rules, and they said that they go by like all the USGA rules. So I might have to, go through there. And
call Jeremy.
Yeah.
Our USGA representative.
Call our Commissioner Jeremy.
Drop wherever you like.
To round, so Jeremy's rule. To round it out, we'll end it with the drop zone question of the day. These are the questions that we find from y'all. And so if you have anything about golf or about any topic, you can drop it in there. Or anything happening in the PGA Tour. How far from the pin is an acceptable good?
Man.
Sure, it depends on how the rounds go.
Depends who you're playing with, too.
That's what I was thinking.
If I'm playing, like, usually every other Friday, me and Jeremy have a little match. If I'm playing with Jeremy, there is no good.
Yeah.
The whole round.
But when we were on the par 3, it was about 10 feet.
I told Brady about that in the range today. I said,
the greens are so bad.
The greens are terrible. So me and Zach were like, if it's 2 driver links, basically.
Yeah.
Pick up. That's good.
One time, I remember maybe like three years ago, the greens at Point were so bad. Me, my dad, and one of my other buddies went out there and played. We just said, as soon as you get your shot on the green, it's a 2-putt max. No matter where you're at, and just get up. Because they was just so bad. Yeah. And, couldn't really do anything else.
It's funny, too, because this weekend, so this will come out on Monday, so it already happened, was the Dale, what is it called? The Dale match play. Yeah. And there's a clip yesterday where, Speed gave it to Keegan Bradley, and it was like the ball had barely even just quit rolling. He just, that's good. It was maybe 5-6 feet. But they're like, would you call that good? And I'm like, I don't know. I'd have to.
Well, there's one where he was playing against Jordan, and he's hitting under the sand, and as soon as he hits, you can tell it's going left. And while it's at the peak, he said, "Let's go next hole, Jordan."
Oh, really? He didn't pick it up?
Yeah. No, he didn't even pick it up. He just shanked it out of the sand. And it's like, it's so competitive with them. They're all par or below. So if it's not,
you just go.
You already know.
I've seen some guys that have that play with my dad's group.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have a thing where if you're on the green and I guess if you're both on the green, it doesn't matter what distance it is. They'll sometimes they joke around and do it, but they'll be like, good, that. And you're like, heck no. Like, we're like, y'all got 12 feet to make this par putt,
Gotta see it.
Yeah.
Especially in our rounds with, our buddies.
I'll call good.
Yeah.
10 feet. If I ain't feeling good with this stick.
And I've seen some of them take it,
Oh, they'll accept it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
They'll just move on,
But I feel like there's too much pride in our group and bragging rights.
Too much competition sometimes.
Which is not as bad as it used to be.
Yeah.
So acceptable, I guess it depends for me who I'm playing with. And
5 or 10 feet.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah,
but, sometimes you're just trying to have a good round. You're like, that could be a par. Good?
Yeah. Good, let's pick it up.
Yeah.
So make sure y'all leave us some questions in the comments. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And that'll help us out a lot. Anything else? BSGCUT?
BSGCUT.
$5 off. I can't wait to tell y'all about the exciting news. It's probably going to be at the end of May. Maybe we'll have some information before that. We can share it with y'all.
That's the future.
The future. We're going that way. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and like all our stuff. And we'll see you guys next time.